Hi, I'm here. Okay, guys, I'm super nervous. This is my first live in a long time. I used to do Periscope back when Periscope was the thing, before they had Facebook Live and Instagram Live and YouTube Live. And I loved Periscope. It was really fun because then you get people like talking to you at the same time that you're actually presenting something. So I love doing YouTube videos because I can edit them, but I also like live because then I can interact with people in real time. So if you're watching the replay, thanks for watching. Sorry you couldn't make it live, but I plan to go through my printable pack that I have created and put out to the world. So if you are new to homeschooling, or if you're not and you just want to plan with me, then yay, thanks for joining me. So glad you are here. If you are new here, hi, I'm Ashley. Pleasure to meet you. I homeschool my 3 children, and I've been homeschooling them since my oldest was about 2.5. I was like ready to homeschool as soon as she could talk and had showed some interest in sitting down for lessons. So I've been doing it for about 7.5 years for teaching her. So my youngest now is 4, my middle child is 7, and my oldest is 9 years old, right? She's 9. Okay. And I just launched my first ebook, which is called Ready, Set, Homeschool. And I keep getting notifications here, and I told my phone not to give them to me, but we are in summer full swing here. I would say good afternoon to you because it's afternoon here, but you could be watching this in the morning or in the evening. Maybe you're laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep. So thanks for joining me. If you are here, please start commenting and say, hey, let me know where you're from. I would love to see who's all joining me today. So anytime you hop on, just say hello. So I was trying to figure out where to start. So if you go to my website at joyfulnoiselearning.com, you can purchase the planning pack. And let me do this. Joyful Noise Learning. Here's how to find it. If you don't want to buy the ebook, but you just want the planning pack, you're going to go to joyfulnoiselearning.com, and then you go up to Printables at the top here. Click on Printables, and then there they are. And then you're going to want the homeschool planning pack. That's the first one on the side here. You can click on the image or on the button on the bottom, and there's the planning pack right there, and then you can purchase it. So that's how to get it if you're not purchasing it through the ebook. If you order the ebook, for now, this is a bonus that comes with the ebook. So you get it for free. It comes with you in your email. So I printed mine off. So speaking of printing, that's the first thing I want to talk about, is how to get this printed well. You're going to see here that these sheets here in the file are highly customizable. So you can customize them as much as you want. And that's why, hold on a second, I keep getting alerts. Okay, so they're highly customizable. You can you can print off however many you want. So if you need one of these for each month, you can print off 12. Or if you need 3 for each month, you print off 3. However many you need, you're going to go through each individual page and print off each page as many as you need. You're not going to just hit print and then the whole thing will pop out and then it's ready to go. You kind of have to look at each individual page and see how many of that page that you want. Because if you just hit print and then it all comes out, you're going to see that there's doubles of certain things, because my wonderful, wonderful husband made some different color options for these pages. So, and some of them are not customizable. Like I already put the subjects in the side, and others of them you can customize if you need. So that's the one thing I wanted to say that. So if you have a printer at home, great, you can do as you wish. I don't have a colored printer, so they're all in black and white here, but they still work. My husband made a low ink option for all my pages, so if you don't have a heavy duty printer, you can print off those options. But if you have a colored printer, I highly recommend printing them in color. My friend Shanti, I saw hers the other day. She printed them off in color and they looked gorgeous. They look so pretty. They look so much nicer than this black and white. But if you don't have a colored printer, I recommend the Homeschool Printing Company. And they are so affordable, probably the most affordable I've found. And they have a color printing option. They have a paper, you can choose your paper size and weight if you wish. But if you want to get them color printed, and I recommend it, then I would check them out. And they're super, super affordable. Yeah, super affordable. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on how to print it. All right, we're going to jump in with the attendance tracker. And I love clipboards. Don't you guys just love clipboards? Okay. And I'm going to decide which pen to use. I had the purple one. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, so on your attendance tracker, some states require this, some do not, and others, it's good just for yourself, even if your state does not require it. But here's how this works. So you have your month across the top here, and I wrote term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. And then you have 4 boxes in each month. That is each child. So each individual child here gets a box. Usually you would have like your oldest, and then your second oldest, third oldest, fourth oldest. I apologize if you have more than 4 children you're homeschooling, but many of you maybe just have 1 or 2. So just use the first 2 boxes to check it off. So you find the month you're in. Let's say you start in July, and then you're gonna do school on July 6th, and you did school that day. You just put a nice, lovely check mark there. And then you go through and mark for every kid. And let's say Susie was sick on the 9th, but Joe did his work. So you would circle, or you can put an X that you didn't do school. It's up to you what your symbols you use for this. You could use, you know what, if you're really cool, you could color in the boxes. I bet that would look really pretty. So there's that option too. Whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you how to do that part. Then once you get through all of the term here, you're going to add up term 1 attendance numbers for each child. So we know there's 30 or so days in each month, but there's weekends. So let's say you do 18 days of school in July, 22 days in August, and 30 days in September. Just kidding. Let's do school every day. Let's do, I don't know, isn't 20 about the average day? About 20 days in September. And then you add those up. I cannot do math, guys. Let's do it really quick. I can do it. Oh, 8 plus 2 is 10. So add that to that. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, that's 60. 60 days. So let's say they each had the same amount. So you would write in term 1, this would be my child 1, child 2, child 3, child 4. 60 days, 60 days. That way, you're not having to add up every time you go to count. And then by the time, and then each term you add up again, 59 days, 48. Or this kid got really sick, I guess. Okay. And then you add a 58, 58. And then that way, as you get through each term, you can add it up just each time you have a term, so you're not counting every time. So that is how my attendance tracker works. Super simple, right? All right, next, moving on, is morning time checklist. This, oh my gosh, this was a huge lifesaver to me. If you buy a curriculum, like a box curriculum, let's say Sunlight, you know, My Father's World, all of your curriculums will give you a chart that has all of these things in it. I am one who likes to adapt and to kind of plan my own things for morning time, so I created my own checklist. So this checklist is super optional. If you're a new family and you're already using a curriculum that is completely planned for you, they should have a checklist that looks like this. But for those of us who like to adapt and to plan, I made this for you. But I'm going to do this really quickly. So you've got your subjects on the side, you've got your days up here. This is a spot to write in specifically what you're doing. So just really quick, I talked about this in my How to Teach Bible video that came out just today. I would write in the hymn. So let's say we're doing Rock of Ages. So I'd write Rock of Ages, and then usually it's all the same, but you know, you can write it in there all the way across. And then when you do it, you put a check mark next to it. Obviously, let's say we missed Wednesday, we didn't do Wednesday, and then we did Thursday, we did Friday. So it kind of just helps me keep track of what I've done when. Our memory verse, let's say we're doing Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, and that's all week. And then anytime you do it, you mark it off. Bible is, uh-oh, I hear my child. I might have to. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. My poor kiddos. So on this, okay. On this, you're going to fill in each thing that you have specifically that you're doing. You're going to write in which Bible, book of the Bible, or which verses you're reading. So Luke 2, etc., etc. Character habit, just a reminder of which one you're going over. And then you fill it in each box. Sorry guys, hold on, I'm breathing hard. All right, so then you fill it in specifically what you're doing, and then the checkbox is there to mark it off to make sure you did it. So, all right, next is the reading record. This one, you can print this off one master book list for, you can print it off for yourself or for each individual child. And I could recommend doing that. And then you can write down their name at the top. So you can do one for each child or for your entire family. It's totally up to you. So write the name of the book and the author, the date you start reading it, and the date you finish it. Simple as that. All right, your daily routine. This one's a great one. Okay, so this one is kind of what a basic day is going to look like. Notice it doesn't have a week on here. That we'll get to those sheets in a little bit. You're back here. So there's a difference, okay? The weekly plan and a daily routine. The daily routine is really important to, can I see chat on here? Top chat, live chat. There we go. Didn't realize I didn't have my chat on. A Lindsay's here. Yay, hi. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't realize my chat wasn't on. Now it's on. Okay. All right, so say hi, everybody. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so daily routine blocks. This one is your basic day. So it could be different for other days, but when you sit down and think, what are we going to do all day? That's what this is. Your every single day may not look exactly like this, but this is the idea that you want to get in your head to shoot for every day. So I have spots for each child. If you only have 2 or 3 kids, you can do the first spot as mom, and then each child after that. And then you write in who's doing what during each time block. And then I block off these time blocks here. I started it at 8 in the morning and I finished it at about 2. That's pretty typical for our day. But if your day is not as typical, maybe you start earlier, maybe you end later, however you want to do it. There's this sheet that has the times written in, or if you want to use the other sheet that doesn't have the times in, you can print that off and then write in your specific times. So for example, here, I had this in my book actually too, but so this is my children here. In the morning is breakfast. Well, you're gonna see my lovely handwriting, guys. Okay, breakfast, Bible, and then I think that's all we did in the morning. And then mommy does exercise. I do my exercise about this time. While the other kids, they play for a little bit, and then they do breakfast and Bible with me. After that, I like to do morning jobs, and that's for all of them. And that's basically morning chores. They have a checklist that they do, and I used to rush them through this, but I don't have a specific time exactly, but if they're really taking a long time, then I make them go quicker. But morning jobs are like make bread. I wish I try to do that as when I can. Morning jobs are make bed, brush teeth, get dressed, empty the dishwasher, and then they each have like one thing like put away clothes or vacuum, things like that. So morning jobs is during that next time block. After they're done with morning jobs, we do a shake break when it's not nice outside. That's like a YouTube video exercise, or they play outside until I'm ready to go. So there's that there. And then at about 10 o'clock, we start school. So we do group studies first, and that's with all of us. So we do like a science or a history lesson, and that's with all of them. So then at about 10:30 is when we kind of start breaking up into individuals. So this one child, she does piano and handwriting, while I do lessons with my youngest. Okay, so number 3 does lessons with mom. Oh, my poor daughter, I feel so bad. My second child does his handwriting and his one of his workbooks. I think it's spelling. Okay, so this is when I'm like, okay, what is each individual child doing? This is where that really matters. And then at 11, this youngest child is done, so he gets to play and have a snack, stuff like that. And then this child I do, and then she does math on her own. Okay. Elena, can you close your door, dear? Oh, okay, sweetie, I'm doing a live video, okay? Can you go take care of what you need to take care of? I'll come help you in a minute, all right? Okay, she does math on her own, and then I work lessons with my number 2 child. And then he does reading with me and math. Elena? I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. We're going to wrap this up soon, okay? Okay, she does math on her own, and then I do lessons with number 3 while these 2 play. They both kind of play together then. Or if this child is kind of having a day where he's just not going to play by himself, he gets to do ABC Mouse or some kind of video game. Oh, thank you. Yes, my friend Andrea got that hat for me. Thanks. Yes, represent Colorado. I'm not in Colorado currently, but I am from there. Okay, lessons. And then I do lessons with not 3. My first child is next. And then she does, what do we do? Oh, we do reading, and we finish math if she didn't do math on her own very well. Guys, I'm talking and writing. This is crazy. Born and raised. Nice. Okay. And then afternoon is like art or a science video. So and then they do all that. Oh, Spanish too. I do Spanish in the afternoon as well. Doesn't sound like I speak Spanish, but I try. So, hola, me llamo Ashley. We'll start with that. I know more than that, but when my brain's in fast mode, I can't pull it out. The other day, I was like, suddenly Spanish was just coming to me, and I wanted to speak to everybody in Spanish. I was like, what? That hasn't happened in a long time. All right, so these, you know what? I'm going to do another video on its own on these. These are the sheets that I kind of have created on my own. I haven't seen any just like this anywhere. So hold off soon, and I will do a video on these. They'll take a little bit longer to explain those, okay? But I will do these really quickly. So you can't see the lines. I'm so sorry, guys. My printer must be low on ink. This one you can kind of see. Okay. So the weekly plan, you have 2 options here. I love this option because it breaks up your day into 3 chunks. It's similar to your daily routine, basically, but you're going to write specifics in this one here. So on Monday, what are you doing in the morning? What are you doing midday? What are you doing afternoon? These are great when you have like appointments or play dates, or, you know, like co-op would be here for us. Like that. See, that block is taken up by co-op. Piano lessons are here. What else do we have? Sometimes we have soccer, you know, things like that. So then you would write in specifically what you're doing each day on a weekly basis, if you needed help with like your activities and things like that. So let's say you're taking Friday off to go to the zoo, if that can happen anytime soon. But and then you look, okay, these are the times that I have free in my week to do school. So you need to make sure you block off these times. Like this is my school time there. And then, oh look, co-op, we're not going to do school here because we're going to be tired and need rest. You know, this is a good school block right here. And then here, we're gonna do it all day just because we can. And then zoo. So there you go. So that's an example of how that one works. And then this weekly plan is if you wanted to plan anything specific on specific days for specific subjects. So again, here's the days at the top, and then you're gonna have your subjects written on the side. In my planning pack, I have an option where those subjects are written in already. I do things like Bible and movies you're gonna watch, chore you're gonna need to do that day, things like that. But in this one, I printed off, it's blank. So you fill in each subject, like, you know, for your history, your science, and your chore, things like that. And then again, you're gonna fill it in throughout the whole week of what you're doing and what you're reading, okay? All right, that's my brief overview of my printable planning pack. Let's see, my goal, actually, I know this was live and short and sweet, but my goal is to make nice produced videos for each of these or for each of these pages to go along with my ebook that I made. So that's my goal in the next several months, to work on making those videos so they don't go as quickly and they look a little bit nicer and more well produced. But that's my goal, so you can keep your eyes open for that if you'd be interested in that kind of thing. So thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions? Who's here that is live? Let's see, nobody's popped up questions just yet. I guess I have to wait because I know it takes a second. I always feel like when I do live videos, I have to keep talking, which for me is not a big problem. I just like to fill the space and fill the dead air, right? That's my problem in my YouTube videos. I have to edit out all my ums and uhs because I always try to fill the space. But here's a real quick thing. So the sweep is my current read aloud right now with my oldest, for sure. So we started it last year, and then when we moved, we had to stop and give it back to the library. And we just got it back, and we're about halfway. It's by Jonathan Auxier. Love, love, love his stuff. Some of it can be on the creepier side, but it's more fantasy. It's definitely fantasy style, but we love Sweep. Really good stuff. I also have in the works, we're gonna read Narnia, Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So we've read the first 3, so this would be our 4th one that we would do, so. Well, that's all I have for you today. Man, those 20 minutes went by really fast. Thanks so much for watching. And if you have any questions, please leave comments for me, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Oh, don't forget, sorry, I forgot. Don't forget to check out my new ebook, Ready, Set, Homeschool. It is for new families or families considering homeschooling this next school year. I put everything in there that I learned all throughout these last 7 years about how to get ready to start homeschooling. And I put it in a step-by-step process. So you'll get a checklist and the printable planning pack when you purchase that ebook. So if you have any questions, you can find that at joyfulnoiselearning.com, and then you can click on Homeschool Guide, or it's joyfulnoiselearning.com/ready-set-homeschool. All right, you have a great day. Bye.